helped us go darkly into this night.
Hello,
Oh, yeah, wait.
heroes. Oh God, I gave you the warning.
I know.
Warning. Hello, heroes, and welcome to the Cosmic Century and Nights preview streams. I am James D'Amato, your host, game master, and one of the game designers for this system. We are in the middle of a Kickstarter right now. If you head over to Kickstarter.com and search for Cosmic Century Nights, you will find our project currently slightly over half funded on our second day. Based on projections, we're gonna make it. We're gonna have to work to do that, but we're gonna make it. So why not head off and pick up this wonderful game? And to convince you to do that, we're going to show off some of the character creation tonight because I love the character creation engine for this. We have been doing this previous nights too. If you look on our Twitch page, all of our videos on demand, you will see the Cosmic Century Night streams that we have aired thus far. And you can catch up. All of the characters exist within the same universe. We're going to be adding to that setting here tonight. And our last stream, we created our first antagonists. We created the Star Conquerors for this iteration of Cosmic Century Nights. So things are starting to heat up, and I cannot wait to do the actual plays that we've got coming up later on in our promotion. But before I talk too much about the game itself, I want to introduce my talented cast of collaborators. First up, I'm going to start with a face and a voice that is going to be familiar to you from other one-shot streams. That is Benjamin Gray. Ben, welcome.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Gray, he, him. You can call me Ben. And I am from Roleplay Retcon, a podcast that remakes the movies that lets you down with TTRPGs. And yeah, we are part of the One Shot Network. I do that podcast with my friends Jincy and Alex and a lot of special guests. And James was on it one time.
One time, but I could always rear my ugly head once
You
more.
sure could.
You never know when I could appear again. Folks, Ben, if people want to find you specifically and not just Roleplay Retcon, where should they look?
I am on Blue Sky as I'm Benvincible. And also I got a website, heybenjamingray.com. It's got some stuff on there like some stand-up comedy and some literature I've written and a couple of games of my own.
Stand-up comedy, literature, classic combinations all around. Next up, I am going to introduce a voice that I should hope is familiar to you because he's been on so many different One Shot Network productions. That is Alan Linic.
Hello, it's me, Alan Linic.
Alan, what have you done? Where can folks find it? And is there anything that you want to plug right now?
Oh, man, I've done so much, but it feels like not enough and nothing. What can I plug? I have a project upcoming, tentatively to release by the end of the year that I'm really excited about. It is my newest actual play podcast. Is called Roll for Recall, and I've got some really beautiful, wonderful people on it who are exceedingly funny. So keep your eye out for that to drop. You'll forget about it, but that's okay. I'm going to talk about it anyway.
Can you talk about like the premise a little bit?
Yeah, the idea is something I think all you GMs, DMs out there know is, boy, oh boy, you're sometimes your players just don't know what they could do or remember what's on their sheets or any of that business. And in Roll for Recall, I just leaned into that and I made all the characters for them and hid their sheets behind the DM screen. So they are discovering as they go what they can do and what their classes are and what spells they have and all that jazz.
Oh, that's fun. That's
Devious.
A classic con game brought to actual play. I love it. I can't wait to see it. Can you perhaps also give us a little sample of that cast? Who's going to be?
Yes. Some familiar names out there for our Dungeons, or I should say our sitcom D&D fans. So we've got Waleed Mansour on there, as well as Sean Coyle. Also, one-shot regular Rashawn Scott. and Dropout's Rekha Shankar is rounding out the cast. So
oh man, what a dynamite fucking cast! Holy shit!
It's a knockout cast, and they are so funny. And I've been editing the audio, and I think it's gonna be a good time.
Oh my god, I actually cannot wait to listen to this show.
Yeah.
That sounds so good. Well, Alan and Ben, we have to welcome our
Yay!
final guest, not just to this show, but like streaming in general.
Yay!
We have a new voice to actual play. Well, I don't know. You might have done audio actual play before, but we have a new voice to streaming actual play, and that is New. New, welcome.
Welcome,
Hello,
New.
hi.
Welcome to the
It's
internet.
so lovely to meet everybody here. I have to disappoint that I don't quite have any super awesome handles yet. I am still tiptoeing my way into the world of TTRPGs, but I do have an itch.io, so you can find some of my work at New Games Plus. New spelled like my name, N-U-E.
Yep, and that is in New's lower third there, so you'll be able to find all of his stuff.
I'm going right now.
There.
I hope I said it right.
All right, everyone. We are going to make characters for Cosmic Century Knights to make sure everybody is up to speed. Cosmic Century Knights, the basic premise is you start with what is a pretty generic fantasy world. 300 years ago in its history, a gigantic sword came from outer space and stuck itself through the planet. As it did, it scattered 100 magical blades all over the world. And people who have found these blades and activated their blessings become known as Century Knights. These are important figures throughout the setting's history, both heroes and villains. These Century Blades are incredibly powerful weapons, and the characters that we're going to be making tonight are all knights. They are all people who have found Century Blades and thus have been empowered. We are going to be rolling up characters. This system operates off of a random roll principle. So the first thing that I'll ask you is to grab a set of polyhedral dice, which I should have mentioned that in the email that I sent. So grab your set of polyhedrals, and I am going to need you to roll D6 up through D20. So that is D6, D8, D10, D12, and 3 D20s, and write down your results.
And you're gonna, just because I know there are people currently joining the stream, you're gonna repeat what we're rolling one more time for them, right?
Oh yeah. Get those dice in front of you, and we will repeat for any people who maybe are playing a game but do have trouble recalling things, perhaps because they're not trying, they're not on your level, whatever it is. You're familiar with that frustration. I don't know.
Yeah, or have like medically diagnosed neurological divergences.
Yeah. That affects short-term memory. Imagine,
yeah.
Imagine
stuff like
living
that.
with something like that. That must be terrible.
Oh shit, are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
I'm
We're
kidding.
live.
These are jokes.
Are they? Are they jokes?
Are they?
Or are they my nightmares brought to life in front of me to parade around? Okay, so
My nightmare is I can't find a D12.
once again, once you've gathered your dice, I need you to roll the D6, the D8, a D10, the D12, and a D20 3 times, and write down the results for each one.
And just to clarify, are we rolling all of those dice 3 times, or just
you're rolling the D20s 3 times, the
Got it.
other dice only once. If you get doubles in your results, like if your D6 rolls a 5 and your D8 rolls a 5, you re-roll the higher die.
Ooh, okay.
And for the 3 D20, it's a collective value, or do we
No,
mark
not a
down-
collective value. They're all individual values
Okay.
for each die. While everybody is rolling, I'll talk a little bit about the game. Like I said, you can go to Kickstarter and search for Cosmic Century Knights, or honestly, just Google Cosmic Century Knights. The Kickstarter is going to be the first result. we're a little bit of a unique Kickstarter because it's not just kickstarting Cosmic Century Knights. We're also kickstarting Megan Cross's Homecoming, which is a very different game. It is a very heady and emotional exploration of family history and loss. It is about a woman returning home for the first time in a long time to investigate her mother's death and connecting it to the death of 5 different matriarchs within her family. It is a really cool and like kind of creepy game that can be played solo or as a group. We're going to be playing it on our streams later on, but it is a tandem Kickstarter with Cosmic Century Knights. If you back both games, not only do you receive both games at a pretty great price, but you also get a third game, Chuck by Tyler Crumrin, thrown in for free. Chuck is a beer and pretzel style RPG about having a romantic partner who has somehow magically been shrunk down to an incredibly tiny size. And it's sort of a slice of life game about what happens when that partner decides to go out and what kind of trouble they get into. So 3 very different games, but bolstering each other together. So check out that Kickstarter, please, because I want to see all 3 of these games get made. And hopefully I filled enough time for everybody to do some rolling. All right, if you've got all of your rolls written down, what I'm going to do is I will say different numbers aloud, and you'll just tell me if you've rolled that, and that will make this process much more efficient as we go through it. Do we have any 1s?
I got a 1.
I also have a 1.
1s. Okay. Any 2s?
I
have one of those
a
as well.
2.
All right. Looks like 3 2s. Any 3s?
You know, I also got a 3.
All right. Pretty consistent, Alan. Any 4s?
4.
All right. 5s.
I got a 5. Ben's got a 5 on the D8.
All right. 6.
Got one of those.
6. I also have a 6.
All right. 3 6s. 7s.
Yep.
7.
Wow.
In
Low
heaven.
rolls. 8s.
Ben's got an 8.
Wow.
I won't be late.
9. No 9s. 10s.
Yes.
All right. 11s.
What?
12s.
Got a 12.
13s. 14.
Yes.
14.
Let's go.
Oh, all 3 of you?
No,
Oh,
no, I
no.
don't have
There's
one.
two.
Ben does not have one.
New
All right.
New and I rolled. We're rolling all the multiples of
The
7.
Dream 14 team.
I love that. 15.
I have a 15.
16.
brag.
And I also have a 16.
Wow.
Yeah,
look
the
at
brag
this guy.
continues.
Oh.
17. No 17s. 18. 19. And 20. No 20s tonight. All right. Still pretty good spread for this group. So, the way character creation works in Cosmic Century Knights, we are going to take these rolls that you have made and assign the numbers to different aspects of your character. When you build a character in Cosmic Century Knights, you're not just making the person, the knight, you are also making their blade, and the aspects are split up around those two. The various aspects are as follows. There is the lineage of the blade. Because the century blades have been around for 300 years, it's very likely that someone owned your sword before you did. The lineage of the blade determines if there's any historical baggage. Maybe your sword has gained a reputation based on who has wielded it before you. Maybe it comes with special political privileges or responsibilities. The lineage will determine all of that. Then there's the background of the wielder. Your character was not a century knight from jump. They did something before they found a blade. The background determines that. Then we have the style of the blade. This is more or less your blade's silhouette. It reads like an old 2nd edition equipment manual. One-handed double-edged blade, one-handed single-edged blade, so on and so forth. It will help just determine the type of sword that your blade is. Then we have the birth of the wielder. This is your opportunity to come up with weird fantasy peoples. They are stated in broad categories like aquafolk and underfolk. So once you make a decision, you can whole cloth invent entire civilizations of people, and that will simply be a part of the canon of the setting that we're putting together. Then we have appearance of the blade. That is how your blade is decorated, what it is made of, essential things that help determine its aesthetic. Finally, the last two are the desires of the knight and the blade. So there's a core motivating desire for your character. And some swords in Cosmic Century Knights have voices and personalities and actually speak. Not all of them do. However, all of them do have a core motivating desire, just like your character. And your blade and you might not get along, and that's kind of part of the fun of the role play of your game. So those are the aspects. What we're going to do is take the numbers you rolled. Each of these aspects is tied to a 20 option long table. And we're going to ask the group which aspect you find personally most interesting. That's going to be the one that we define first, because you'll have the most options for it. We'll go all the way down into the ones that you cared about the least, and for that you'll pretty much have just one option, and that will be the first half of character creation. So with that, between lineage, background, style, birth, appearance, and desires, what does this group find most compelling?
Ooh,
I like desire. That's just my vote.
Desire's interesting.
Desire's really interesting.
Desire?
I'm also shallow as hell, so appearance of the blade, or like
Purely aesthetic. Yeah.
style
well,
of the blade.
Let's start with desires. We'll do both desires of the knight and blade. So this is going to end up taking up 2 of your numbers, and then we'll go to appearance after that. All right. So the options. If you have a 1, the desire is suffering. A desire to see pain, frustration, and anger in as many beings as possible. A 2 is a desire for vengeance. A wish to satisfy revenge against a specific person or entity, or help other beings satisfy their impulses for revenge. 3 is a desire for destruction, a desire to destroy something utterly for the sake of destruction itself. Then 4 is defender, a desire to help the helpless and defend the innocent. 5 is a desire for balance, a desire for things to exist in non-exclusive harmony. 6 is wanderlust, a desire to see all places, peoples, and lands. 7 is duty, honor, and justice. It is a pull to keep oaths and see tasks to completion within the letter and spirit of the law. 8 is nature, a desire to foster the natural world, protect diverse and healthy ecosystems, and defend against defilement. Then we jump to 10. That is glory, a desire to do great deeds and be known across the world. 11 is love and romance. It is a desire to bring people together and help them find romantic connection, or a desire to find a romantic connection of your own. 12 is command empires, a desire to conquer, unite, and exert power. 14 is wealth and treasure, a desire to gather as much wealth as possible and seek to never be parted with it. 15 is there can only be one, a desire to eventually defeat all other Century Knights and be the sole master of all Century Blades, or from the Blade side, a desire to destroy all other Century Blades. Then 16 is one above many, a desire to defeat all other Century Blades and their knights, or a desire to be known as the greatest Century Knight and master of many blades. And those are your options. And somehow, if none of those appealed to you, you also have the null option, where you can retain all of your various numbers and choose friendship or connection, which is a desire to encounter, befriend, and positively impact as many beings as possible.
Nah.
Suffering and revenge.
Suffering. Can you reread 6? Is that Wanderlust?
6 is Wanderlust, yes.
Huh.
How do you want to how do we want to do this, fellas?
Yeah.
Well, it just like if any of them are pulling at your heartstrings, go in that direction.
And are we looking at is it one for both or one
So,
two separate numbers for
two
each
separate
knight and
numbers.
blade?
So you and your blade will have a separate desire.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
And like I said, those desires might get along. Like if you are defender and duty, honor, and justice, those are pretty compatible. But you could also be defender and suffering. And the contrast between what you want and what your blade wants could be an interesting part of your character's story.
Okay.
I think I got it.
All right.
Go for it.
Lay it on us.
So this is just for my night, right? I'm not making huge decisions for the whole group, right?
Yeah, it's just for
Okay,
your
good.
knight and your blade.
I think I wanted to have a knight and a blade with at odds desires. I use my 1 for my blade, the suffering that it wants to cause suffering and pain. But I've chosen the like wanderlust desire for the knight.
Oh, that's great. I mean, not even that conflicting in that the blade also wants to get around just for the worst reasons.
And I feel like I need a sword still. Like I found this sword that I kind of don't love its vibe, but like I need a sword. I can't just walk around without a sword. I'll get eaten by a bear. Like,
yeah, man. Bears in this setting, presumably are terrifying. I love those choices, Ben.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna lean into Ben's choices.
Thank you.
For my knight, I'm going to go with the null option for the knight itself. Just happy friendship connection, man. And I am also going to pick suffering for my blade.
I love it. Wow. And 1 is resolved. We've used all of our 1s.
Yeah, I think perhaps even my knight is blissfully unaware of the urges of his blade and is going to be suckered or otherwise gullibly manipulated into fulfilling its desires.
I kind of adore that.
I think I'm going a little bit more harmonious here.
Sure.
But if something has been, it doesn't matter if something's been picked before.
No, it doesn't matter. It's what all that matters is the numbers that you have.
Okay. I think that the sword's personal desire is the bringing people together, the love and romance, the 11.
Okay.
And the wielder's personal desire is the 6.
Also Wanderlust. Okay. Oh, that's very sweet. Wandering from place to place, and your sword is matchmaking people as you go.
Exactly.
Where your gremlin-ass friends are just accidentally having their swords lighting fires and, causing problems. I love it. 2
Aries and a Cupid.
Yeah. Very, very, very good. All right, so then we decided that we'll move on from there to the appearance of the blade.
And so, so sorry, really quick. So I should mark down because I used my 1. I can't use it again.
You can't use it again. So cross off that 1. And also, I didn't say this for some of the last groups, and it will come back to bite me. Be sure to write those choices on the character sheet that I linked to you in your Google.
Okay, great.
Just so that we have that referenced. All right. So we are going to go on to the appearance of the blade. The options are, starting at 2 now, because we have resolved all of our ones, battle worn. This blade has seen many battles. It is chipped and worn. 3 is practice. This blade looks like it is used to learn sword play, and it looks non-lethal. 4 is tactical. This blade looks like an edgy mall ninja weapon. It has details like carbon fiber, woven paracord, and camouflage print. 5 is religious. This blade is covered in religious iconography. 6 is natural. This blade has a clear connection to nature in its motif. 7 is macabre. This blade features details like bones, skulls, and other grim death imagery. 8 is elemental. This blade holds an obvious visual connection to an element in shape, detail, or composition. 9 we don't have. 10 is crystalline or glass. This blade is made of glass or crystal with intricate etchings, but it does not break. 12 is ornamental. This blade is made of gold, covered in jewels, and fit for a monarch. 14 is invisible. This blade cannot be seen by the untrained eye. 15 is star metal. This blade was forged from a wondrous material from beyond the stars. It has unique properties even for a century blade. And 16 is living. This blade is also a living being. It may have features like eyes, teeth, flesh, and hair, and some can even speak. All right. The null option, in case you don't feel like those fit, is utilitarian. It is just the most basic version of whatever style you roll for the blade.
Yeah, I'm gonna take crystalline. I like the idea of having a really pure, sort of clear, fragile looking blade that desires badly to just deal nothing but woe
Sure. Love
to
it.
everyone that it sees and meets.
All right. What's everyone else thinking?
I'm immediately drawn. Is it possible to do a little bit of an interpretation of 14?
Absolutely.
Because because something that has been appealing to me is this sort of musical element, and if it's not unseen by the untrained eye, is that it just appears to be a musical instrument.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I love it.
Maybe not even like a hidden thing. Like it doesn't look like, oh, it's like in a hidden compartment. Not like those like blade umbrella things. Like no,
Sure.
I just swing it.
Yeah, you're El Kabonging your way around with a guitar.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. I love it. Well, I can't wait to find out more about this instrument later on. That's spectacular. Ben.
I'm going to use my 16
Whoa.
for living.
Living.
Righteous.
Oh my gosh, the blade that desires suffering might be able to talk.
Yep.
That's-
Oh, it definitely can talk, James.
Oh God.
I don't think I want it to be like fleshy. I don't think I'm there. I think I want it to be sort of like a Picasso-esque, like it has like a face on one side of the blade, like both eyes are on one side of the blade, and it kind of like can talk like that.
Sure.
A sunfish.
A sunfish-esque, yes, perhaps flounder-esque.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
that's nice.
That's great and terrible all within the
Got
same.
the muffled voice when it's in the sheath.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the remaining aspects we have are lineage of the blade, background of the wielder, style of the blade, birth of the wielder, and that is it.
I think background being
Yeah.
next natural
Let's
step.
Background of the wielder. All right. The options are for 2, orphan. Life has dealt you a hard hand to play. Your rightful guardians were taken from you, and you have likely seen the hardest edges of this world. However, you can still be a hero and guardian to others. 3 is merchant. You ran or were an essential part of a business of some kind. You could have traveled the world peddling wares or maintained an office in a city until a century blade called you to a new life. 4 is artist. You were a creative soul who practiced some kind of art like painting, music, dance, or writing. You may still have a passion for art, but your blade gives you a new purpose. 5 is squire. You served a knight or other esteemed warrior with the goal of one day becoming a warrior yourself. You may have inherited your century blade from the knight you once served, or finding this blade ended up being a shortcut to starting up your own story. Either way, you trained for the title that you now hold. 6 is tired soldier. War has dominated your entire life. You've lost too many friends and seen too much suffering. It is a bitter irony that at the end of that troubled road lay yet another blade. 7 is clergy. You've lived a pious life of religious observance. You might have studied texts, led a congregation, served in a monastery. Clearly, your deity has other plans for you, though, as you have found a century blade. 8 is outcast. You've lived your life on the fringes of society, thrown out because they never understood you. Now is your chance to show them that they were wrong and perhaps carve a better world. 10 and 11 were taken. 12 is Isekai. You once lived in another world with very different technology, traditions, and concerns. You find yourself in a new world with so many unfamiliar things to learn and so many new ways to apply your knowledge. Then we come to 14, mistaken identity. You are literally not the person that everyone thinks you are. You stumbled into the circumstance that you now find yourself, and they seem inescapable. What you face in this persona might be terrifying, but being exposed will definitely be worse. 15 is guilty soul. You are guilty of crimes that you or some divine force consider abominable. Whether it is by voluntary will to reform or supernatural coercion, the only way to make up for your past misdeeds is to do good.
All right, I think I got it. All right.
Yes.
Chosen mine.
I went first last time though.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you said you got it.
I
got
did
it. You
say
got
I
it.
got it
Hey,
first.
Yeah.
Hey, either
No
you got it or
stress.
you don't got it.
You,
Ben.
Hey,
you,
got it, you
do
don't
you
got it.
got it? Now I'm starting to doubt that you got it.
Yeah, it does kind of sound like I'm vamping for time.
Yeah.
But no, I'm going to use my 15 that I bragged about earlier.
Wow.
Yeah. To do guilty soul.
Guilty soul.
I'm thinking that I like I like sort of maybe joined some kind of I did some bad things. I don't know what the bad things are yet. I haven't figured that out, guys. I didn't vamp for enough time, but I did join some kind of pseudo religion. Not in the way we think of maybe a lot of religion has dominated our lives, but maybe more closer to maybe more like an Eastern religion or something, or just like Jedi, maybe kind of.
Sure.
Just yeah, I did some bad things. I found these people that are like, okay, well here we got a pretty good code of conduct to get your life back on track. You know, try eating more plant-based protein. You know, do some meditation. And I was like, yes, I'm going to go on a quest to cleanse my soul and do good in the world. That's what this religion wants me to do. This is go do good deeds and you'll cleanse your soul. And so I go off to do good deeds, and what's the first thing that happens? I find a sword that binds itself to me that wants suffering
Yeah.
and only suffering.
That's great. Oh, you know what? I kind of like the idea of whatever, religion or whatnot that you've encountered. I feel like they gave you the blade. It's like you have to not just redeem yourself, you have to redeem this blade as well.
I have to redeem the sword.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's it. It's if you're I've done things so bad that it's like, wow, okay, making up for your own stuff isn't enough. You got to make up for the crimes of this sword. It's like that
You're its
episode
parole
of
officer.
It's the episode of Boy Meets World when Mr. Feeney got the older brother to be a tutor, and it helped him learn.
Wow.
And I hope, against all hope, that that's not the only Boy Meets World reference that we make tonight. I hope that that the through line for all of these characters is somehow
Chekhov
Boy
would be
Meets World.
very disappointed in us if we did.
Well, I can't promise any more Boy Meets. I will actually. No, you know what? I will. I promise another Boy Meets
Either you
World
got it or
reference.
you don't, Alan.
Great.
I
Either
got
it or you don't.
I would like to. This actually, Ben's idea lines up perfectly with. I've been looking at that. What is the actual wording? Clergy. I was looking at.
Ooh.
So I'm thinking about being the guy who gave the blade to Ben's character,
That's good.
and
That's
basically
so
under the
good.
auspices of like, until your blade's as pure and clean as mine is, and you've driven all the evil out of it. You're gonna have to suffer for your, you gotta the grind to being good it's a climb, but it's worth it. Isn't that right, Blade? And the Blade's like, yeah. You said it, Blade.
Wow. Oh, that's perfect.
I would
Ooh.
watch this anime.
I
Would
would
you believe
too.
it? Would you believe it if I also picked clergy?
Yeah!
Oh my gosh.
The party is set, the die is cast.
I was thinking of a sort of different vibe with like in regards to the instrumentation and such, but yeah, I mean, we're all brothers, like friar wise.
Oh yeah. So you're all from the same monastery. This is great. The fact that you are all introducing like a new major religion into this world is very exciting to me. As we
also,
haven't had any yet.
just so you know, chat is requesting that you use a non-string instrument as your blade, as your instrument blade, music weapon.
Sure.
I can't wait to find out what this instrument is. I am, of course, always pulling for theremin, but we'll see if I'm lucky. Maybe it's accordion. Accordion would also be sick.
Do you have a fantasy theremin? You could, right?
Yeah, you can have a fantasy
Sure, why not?
theremin.
You have a fantasy theremin.
We got talking swords. Maybe they just like scream, you know?
Yeah. Sonic
Woo!
attack.
It's just like a bird that doesn't want to be touched.
It's the Flintstones theremin.
Yeah.
It's a living.
Baton.
I
that
came
looks
from the
more-
century blades. I flew down from the sky. Great. Well, we are now on to our next aspect, and the options that remain are lineage of the blade, style of the blade, and birth of the wielder.
Let's go style.
Style.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I want more purely aesthetic choices.
Sure. I mean, hey, building a tight aesthetic is kind of what the game is about in many ways. So the options that we have for 2, it is single-edged one-handed sword. It's a straight blade with a single edge, like a falchion, a khopesh, a falcata, or a yatagan. And forgive my pronunciation, Drew wrote this section because he knows about swords and I know about fantasy bullshit. So if it's real information, I don't have it in my head. 3 is a double-edged two-handed sword, like a long sword, a bastard sword, or a broadsword. 4 is a giant double-edged two-handed sword, like a Zweihander or a great sword. 5 is a curved, single-edged one-handed sword, like a wakizashi, a saber, scimitar, tulwar, cutlass, dusok, dao, or a messer. Then we jump to 8, which is a thrust and cut double-edged blade, like a side sword or a rapier. Then jumping up to 12, we have, for the first time available to anybody, the Gigasword, a blade straight from a 90s JRPG whose size outstrips practicality and reality. It is definitely larger and heavier than you, but it never seems to give you trouble. And then finally, 14 is Concealed. This is a blade that can be hidden, like a cane sword or other hidden blade.
Okay, I have to remember that my sword is glass, so it doesn't look stupid with whatever choice
That's
I
right.
make here.
Yes, that's right. You have to make
Oh.
sure you don't ever look stupid while playing Cosmic.
I can't. I
cannot
mean,
look stupid.
I've already established how aesthetically driven all my choices are, so I can't. I truly would rather not play than look
Even
stupid.
for a bit, you don't want to spike your wheels here. Also, there is the null option here, which is basic, the most utilitarian idea of a blade. It's got a handle, an edge, and a point. It looks more like a tool than a weapon.
You know what? I had to Google it, but I'm really feeling the Yatagan. So I'm gonna
Ooh.
go with whatever that number was.
That is a
2.
2. All right.
It just looks sick. It's got like an elegant, delightful little curve. You know what it kind of looks like? A sword.
Oh, ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like
It
with
just
the
kinda-
handle and the guard. and stuff?
Deliciously
Yeah.
Okay.
perverse. A
A
sword.
blade,
kinda looks-
perhaps?
It looks like a sword, I would say. Like if you're envisioning a sword in your head, there's a
That's
decent
it.
chance that you're picturing a Yatagan.
Now, New, I hope that you've got a 12, because if you do, you could be carrying around a grand piano. That is
wish
just
I
an
had a 12.
opportunity
I
that
was
we have.
thinking to myself about if I could maybe justify that with a 6.
Can I give New my 12?
A donation, perhaps?
Is that how that works?
I mean, here's the thing. That's not rules as written, but as
Mhm.
I say about all of my game designs, I'm not going to be at the table to stop you. So if that is a thing that you want to do, I am
graciously
powerless as
receive
the
it.
I do
designer of
also
this game.
have the Google Drive doc open in front of me if you want me to just make that change real quick.
Okay, wait, New. I have a pitch for you.
All right, I'm open to anything.
One-man marching band. You've
Just
got
the full, like...
the whole outfit, tweets and whistles.
I just love that one of the century blades, one of the legendary blades that came down on the Cosmic Blade, is just a marching band, a one-man marching band kit.
There's a
Yeah, yeah,
big
yeah.
little
Drum
sign
on
on
the-
it, and it says Minister of Love.
You're
Aw.
like that character from Kung Fu Hustle that has the sitar or whatever, and he's
Oh,
like
yeah.
cutting people's heads off. But
Oh,
you have like a million instruments strapped to your body, and it's just like slicing through the air cacophonously.
I think there's like a little like keyboard / accordion-y thing that's like strapped to the front, and then like a big drum that like when
Good.
I do like a little chicken wingy thing. Yeah, I think I fully love just the heavy. This machine kills, but for love,
Aw.
wow.
and it's a doodad.
This machine kills silence.
I don't know what number I would map that to, New, so you can cross off any number that you like, or somehow
I'll call that a 6.
Yeah, okay, we'll call that the 6. Bam. All right, Ben, what are you thinking?
I'm not going as big as these fellas, but I'm gonna go number 5, which is like a single-handed curved sword. That seems
Okay.
like an evil sword vibe.
Yeah, sure.
One of my more favorite weapons from JRPGs. Even though I've not played this game, I just like the character design. There's a game called Vagrant Story for the PS1 by Square. There's a character in it named Ashley Riot, and he's got this like just little bitty guy of a sword, but it's kind of thick and it's got a nice curve to it. I've always liked his sword.
Sure. We always like
So.
it when there's a nice curve to it. All right.
Curved swords,
Wait a second.
Hmm.
the red gods.
I feel like we're getting nasty in here.
Like, I think it's unavoidable in a swords game,
Yeah, I
and
mean-
it's shocking it hasn't happened before now.
It's
I almost
Okay.
called it a chode, okay? I almost called it a chode sword because I said it
Well-
was short and wide, and
You've got a lot to learn, Benjamin, because our religion is a celibate one.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Why can't our religion fuck?
Can't.
Nope, it's
Can't
celibate.
do it.
It's too late.
Look, I'm all about the
But
love
it
that
is
loves it pure and
involuntarily
chaste.
celibate. They have to make themselves so
Yes.
unappealing that no one would ever.
What's
That's
actually
what the music's for.
I think what's actually happened is everyone else has told me it's a celibate religion to not have to make up excuses for not wanting to sleep with me.
This guy is a time bomb of personality, genetics, whatever you want to call it. We cannot allow him to reproduce.
He should
Triple
not be
threat.
procreating.
Great. Well, we now have left the lineage of the blade and the birth of the wielder.
Birth of the Wielder? I feel like I picked more recently.
No, I picked the last one. I like Birth of the Wielder.
Birth of the
We're gonna
Wielder.
do birth.
Look, we're gonna do them all.
Yeah.
Just so people know, the null option for Birth of the Wielder is unremarkable human. So if none of this fits your character concept, you can always
I feel like
just
I'm already picking that.
be human.
Damn it.
Were you gonna do that?
Yeah. But no,
hey,
I'm going to force
it's
myself.
not a damn it. Anybody, like, you can be human if you want to be
Nah.
human. Hear out the weird shit, but human is always there for you.
I would love to hear the weird shit.
So,
James.
if you've got, for the twos that are remaining, we have Evanescent. Your lifespan is considerably shorter than most sapients. You grow, age, and learn quickly, but the price for that speed is a life that feels unjustly fleeting. 3 is Monstrous. Others who are not of your birth consider you to be a monster. Not only are you big and scary, but you possess some minor ability that others fear that you could use to harm or deceive them. 4 is Small Folk. You are notably smaller than most other sapient creatures. Many places are built for bigger people and are thus inconvenient for you, but you can easily get by with less. And we jump up to 8, which is Aquafolk. Your people hail from the water, salt or fresh. There are oceans, seas, lakes, and rivers in your blood. Then we jump up to 12, and that is Ageless One. You are particularly long-lived. Some sapients even consider you to be immortal. Your perspective on many things is considered odd because you have so much more time than most. And finally, 14 is Animated Object.
Oh, done.
Damn it.
You
Done.
were
I
just
wish I
an
had a
object
14.
one day until you weren't.
Yep.
Oh, Alan,
Yep.
do we have
I got it.
Alan-
Pinocchio in our midst?
Be my guest, Alan.
To quote my good friend Benjamin Gray, who I met 40 minutes ago, I got it.
Yeah, you do.
I love
was
it.
once a Build-A-Bear,
Fuck.
and I still am. I'm just
Yeah, still are
alive.
probably, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am alive.
Oh
It is my life's mission to be a friend to everyone and lend hugs to those who need it.
Of course.
And it is my
Yes.
sword's mission to wring misery out of every single person, including me, perhaps,
Yeah.
that it comes into contact.
This explains so much, honestly.
I'm picturing, yeah, I think it makes sense. I'm picturing just standard bear, straw hat, overalls, long stick of like wheat grass coming out of the mouth.
Very agrarian bear.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sort of
sort of,
the-
That's his name.
Sort of the
Agree- yeah.
Midwest's response to Paddington.
Ah, the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
agrarian bear.
It's sort of like if Mark Twain wrote Paddington Bear, that's what I would look like.
That's fantastic.
That's another
Truly-
wild fantasy universe you've just concocted.
Hey,
Yeah, and dibs, in IP,
Well, yeah.
patent pending.
yeah,
What kind of
man,
monster do you think I am?
What if it weren't for the obvious problem that you would have to address if you were to do like a Tom Sawyer, Huck Finn inspired universe of slavery, I do think it would be extremely fun to have like a fantasy setting that's like, no, you're all along the mighty river, going up and down in steamboats. Goodness.
Yeah, but I can't imagine a world where the Build-A-Bear community enslaves each other.
hey,
God.
that's true.
Isn't the
Hey,
point that
I-
the bears are better than us?
I don't want to address
They're
slavery
shiny
at
people.
all in a role playing
You brought
game.
it up.
I feel wild. I didn't
Say-
bring it up. Mark Twain brought it up.
Let's
That
just say
was
exploit.
the whole
yeah.
thing about Huck Finn.
Okay,
Let's
yeah.
just do like that one publishing company that just rewrote it but made just Jim a robot for some reason.
Sure.
That's-
What?
This is a real thing. They even changed the illustrations to make him a robot for some reason. I don't know why they thought that was better.
Honestly,
No,
I think
isn't that worse?
the
that really might be
the
worse.
sheer cowardice in that is like kind of an act of art in and of itself, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
Mhm.
it's so cowardly it like circles back to audacity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things you say, that's amazing, but you don't mean it as a compliment.
Yeah.
Look,
truly.
we don't want to have to deal with the fact that people were dehumanized, so let's just make it.
Let's just
not a
literally
human.
dehumanize it.
Yeah.
It is
Wow.
it is awesome in the meaning of like awestruck. Truly you cannot
Right.
The
speak
original,
when
very like
confronted with that
religious,
idea. Yeah.
holy. To bring it back to births,
What we're doing.
I'd love to be kind of like a mayfly of a person. I think 2 is very interesting to me.
Oh, all right. And evanescent. Oh, that's
great.
so interesting.
I like to think that like whatever group founded this religion is whatever like peoples I come from. Like I'm of the original founders of this. Because if the whole idea is go out and do good deeds, like maybe that's came from like, oh, we only have so much time. We have 6 to 7 months around here. Let's just make sure it's good for everyone around us.
There's the option, and I want you to noodle on it, of the idea of it's a religion that if you prove yourself pure of heart, you can have your soul put in the body, the immortal body of an object. And that's just something to play with. We don't need to marry
Yes.
ourselves to that.
And
But
exalted.
yeah, there's just like you know, the guilty and the sick and whatever flock to this religion, and if you go on a mighty quest and prove yourself to be pure of heart, then you get to be reborn into an object that ostensibly might live forever.
Yeah.
You know what I do like about our religion is that it is tied to acts of service. Like
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
just get to convert and reap the benefits of.
Yeah,
of
hear
the-
that, Protestants?
And I'm not calling out any particular.
And I am
Faction
calling out Protestant, like
Yeah,
the
but how-
whole as a
As
Catholic.
a concept.
The fact that you divorced salvation from acts is fucking wild to me. What are you doing? We should fight several wars about it. All right.
So maybe the
Uh,
sword wasn't always living.
Ooh.
Oh,
This answers so many questions.
God. Yeah, they used one of
Oh.
the century blades to have people but like, oh my God, that means that their
tried
like
to-
their purification or whatever, like they
Maybe it went
faked it.
wrong?
They lied. And they just got
yeah.
their
Or
guilty
I
souls.
think maybe it just came back around to being nasty again.
Oh,
You know?
just
It's like,
lasted
actually,
long
it
enough.
didn't
sucks
take.
being a sword. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
now.
this was the worst thing. Do you get to pick what you get to be next?
I don't know.
Maybe I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe yeah.
Ooh,
With
I mean,
whatever's lying around.
this we can make these decisions later. There is
These are exciting,
one
though.
more.
That is
These are
exciting.
extremely exciting. I'm thrilled about where we are right now. The final aspect
Oh, wait.
is
I gotta do birth.
Ben.
I gotta do birth. I gotta do
you-
birth.
Oh yeah,
You gotta
yeah,
do
yeah.
birth.
We need
Oh,
one
that's
more
right.
birth.
Well, I thought you were going to be.
I'll
doing
keep-
that, though.
Well, I thought about it, but then I had some interesting options because James told me to slow my roll and
yeah.
look
Listen,
and see what I
listen to
got.
the weird shit. You might want one of
Yeah.
the weird ones.
I don't want to do ageless one. But I'm kind of between Underfolk and Aquafolk. And which one do you guys think sounds more interesting? I like this
Underfolk.
idea. Yeah, Underfolk. Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay, so you're
Underfolk.
from underground.
Yeah, and I like that I've
But you
I
had
don't-
six?
I just
never
don't- I
been
don't-
above.
I don't want to hang out with someone who's like wet all the time. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
and
just me.
I also kind of
Moist
don't
is
want
a
to
bad
have
word.
to deal with that.
Wait, Ben,
Yeah.
you had a 6 left over? I had
like
all the sixes
imagine walking
taken
around
out.
new with your instruments.
You
and
know what?
Our buddy's just like a wet.
Oh,
fish
you're right.
man.
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
you're
I think
wet,
you're
dude.
right.
I
Hey, I'm
messed
sorry.
up earlier too because I said a 6. I meant a 4 with the previous one,
Oh, okay.
which was the giant sword.
No,
Or
you're
the-
right.
it-
I've used the 6. I haven't used the 5. I believe I did the wrong one. So it's Beast Folk instead, which
Oh,
sounds
okay.
better.
That's fun.
That's
Beast
fun.
Folk or Aquafolk.
Oh
You
my
could still
god!
Also,
be an
you could be
underdog
an
with
actual
Beast.
bear.
Yes, I was gonna pitch that, and I
Actual
love it.
bear.
Oh, actual
Actual
bear,
bear.
with the teddy bear. Yeah. Oh,
I have a right to
that's
bear arms.
good.
And with the
Good.
instruments, we're so close to just being the country bears.
Fuck. Fuck, what a
Gosh.
strange little party. Oh, I adore
Yes.
this
Yes.
game.
But I'm like
I
a little
have a-
cute black bear. I'm not huge, okay?
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, yeah.
Sure.
Honey Heist
I had just-
crossover.
Yeah.
The most wild thought.
Ha-
This is
I,
ridiculous.
I shudder to think how anything could be more wild, but please
Okay,
continue.
but what if we've kind of like said like the people who are like maybe they don't have a lot of time left, they're drawn to this, like elderly people or whatever. But what if I just have a sword in my chest? What if I'm just like gravely wounded? I'm just like surviving purely on shock, and it's been going for like a few months.
Maybe your sword is also kind of keeping you alive.
Yeah, like I don't
Yeah,
want to take it
people-
out. And
people
think like,
assume that
oh, this
that's
person
your
has a
sensory
sensory
blade.
sword. Yeah, like, oh, it's some holy relic of or some powerful thing. It's not a sensory sword. It is a regular sword.
Well, as
Or
a
maybe it could be
doctor,
iron.
I can't recommend that you go out and go on nightly adventures. But also, as a doctor, I'm powerless to stop you because you have a magical sword and I don't. So
It does
Yeah.
seem like that would kick ass. My
I already tried pushing it all the way through.
yeah, don't do
Should've
that.
stopped after a
Super
point.
don't do that.
The doctor
Yeah, yeah.
forgot that has that whole thing at the other end that makes that not work very well.
Now, how heavy is your one-man band getup? Because you shouldn't be lifting anything over 5 pounds.
The thing that allows me to hit the drum is the sword. I kind of tap on the sword. It's-
Oh,
my
awful.
god. Oh my god. I love that we eventually got to cartoons. There are some like truly dramatic characters that should
Yeah.
have been. And it's like, no, we got a party
Nah.
of bears and a guy who is actively stabbed.
2 bears and their best friend dying guy.
yeah,
And their little and
my
their
name's
little,
Diane Guy.
their
All
little
right.
chattering evil sword.
We need to finish out the aspects with the lineage of the blade. Thankfully, there are not too many options left, but we do have one of the most bizarre options as our first option for lineage. I want to point out the null option for lineage, if none of these suit your fancy, is unclaimed blade. That makes you the first knight for this blade in this world. It has no legacy, special importance, or prior history before it finds your hands. But if you have a 3, you can choose rented. You are leasing this blade from a rightful owner. You are allowed to command its blessings at their grace. Then we go to 6, chosen one. Whether you are the chosen one or you now serve them, the destiny that has brought the chosen one into this world must be fulfilled. Then we have 8, the Sword of the Bandit King. This blade once belonged to a legendary king of thieves. There are those that would see the holder of this blade jailed, and others who would swear them loyalty. And finally, at 12, we have the rightful king.
Oh,
This
sick.
blade is bound to the fate of holding this blade and commanding its blessings makes you the rightful ruler of the realm. Whether you inspire loyalty or enmity, your claim is inarguable. For all who would oppose you, there are just as many who would pledge fealty to you. So
Amazing.
Okay. So the only option for me is Sword of the Bandit King.
well, that
is-
or unclaimed. Unclaimed is also
unclaimed.
out there.
Could I make a pitch to make this make
Please.
sense? 'Cause
Hey,
I
New,
don't
I
know.
love pitches.
Because it's really strange for me to imagine this sword is the Bandit King was going around with a one man band instrument. So here is a my proposition. So we have this religion that's all about rebirth, about reinventing yourself into a person who serves the world rather than harms the world. And the Bandit King, that's probably not a great guy.
Sure.
Maybe in the last days of the Bandit King had a change of heart, turned to this religion, blade in hand, and while became an insignificant object of sorts, maybe also the blade was given a new life as this set of instruments, as a way to be like, set its
Sure.
violent ways down, let it become something else. However, not realizing that it would maintain its lethality.
Yeah, it's still gonna be a Century Blade.
You cannot change the soul of a sword,
Yeah.
or the form of a sword, even if you change its shape. If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. Also, shout out while you were describing that, James took a drink from his water bottle, and I misinterpreted that it was a sleeve around it and thought you were just drinking a giant container of milk and almost
That's kind of look like
lost
strawberry
my
milk,
mind.
real Charlie
Power
and
move,
Lola.
really.
What
Yeah.
an incredible dedication to physical comedy I would have if I was just drinking a
Just glugging a liter of milk on stream.
casually, not mentioning it at all. Wow.
That one festival that's like $3 for unlimited milk.
Although if the
Well-
people the like dairy lobby or whatever that puts together the Got Milks commercials is watching, I'll fucking do it. I need the money. Times are bad right now.
Yeah. Oh, to be clear, I will sell out.
Yeah.
I'll reverse course all the anti-milk stuff I've been saying. I will have a absolute 180. But in the meantime, I can't get past the idea of having my Build-A-Bear gullible little doofus be the chosen one. So I'm gonna do that. I think that's too funny.
Yeah, I mean, how often do people actually get to the end of this process where they actually get put in an immortal body? Like, it can't be many. So you are the chosen one. You are the one of like the messiahs of this religion.
I actually would like to pitch that my blade is sent here to bring about the ruin of this like last kind religion. And I am the only buffoon big enough within the order to be manipulated by it. And that is my like main characteristic of Chosen One is gullibility.
Sure.
Mm.
Sure. I love it. It's you know, the what it's unstoppable force versus immovable object sort of thing right here.
Yeah. I'm the only one that the blade could trust to foolishly and obliviously enact its evil will.
Spectacular. Truly spectacular.
It'd be like if Corduroy found the One Ring.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would argue that if Corduroy found the One Ring, much like Tom Bombadil, I think he would be simply immune.
Alan's got a real thing for like.
But I'd be
children
worried about
bear
Lisa.
characters.
I'd be worried about Lisa because she is of the race of men and would thus be tempted
That's
by
true.
the ring and its power.
And would she pull the stuffing from Corduroy in order to? I realize now that I have a much deeper well of fictional teddy bear come to life characters than I had originally.
I mean, you got Paddington, you got Corduroy, you got the teddy bears from the Teddy Bear Parade. There's a lot.
Teddy Grahams.
Mhm.
Banjo, maybe?
Is it
Kazooie?
a teddy bear parade or is it just a regular bear parade?
There's is there a regular bear parade? There's a children's book where a bunch of teddy bears go on a parade.
I'm just thinking of like well, you're the theme tonight. You're in for a big surprise.
It's a teddy bear
picnic.
It's
That's
called
Teddy
Teddy
Bear
Bear
Picnic.
Yes.
Yeah, which that song sounds much more menacing.
It's
than-
so scary.
It's like the
yes.
opening part of that song. I'm like, oh, this is horror, absolutely. And it's like, no, teddy bears are having a picnic. I'm like, what are they eating? Because you're making it sound bad.
It was clearly written by the same guy who did like spooky, scary skeleton.
Yes, it does have that exact energy.
Ben,
Yeah.
did we get your?
We did not. I was
Yeah.
listening quietly and politely.
I need you to strike like a venomous snake now.
I am. I'm gonna do 12, the rightful king. But hear me out though.
Yeah.
My character, my knight, is not the rightful king. I know that's what it says. I know it says holding this blade and commanding this blessing makes the right ruler realm, and no one can claim it. I think the sword is the king.
Ah.
and the sword insists that I am not its wielder. I am merely carrying it. And so that's what they need me to like fix this king so he can be king again.
So what's
And
happened here is that I've been trapped in the sword, and I need you to do the reverse of what your little religion normally does and get me back in a body of meat.
It controls thee, if you may.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
I know I've been making a lot of pitches recently,
Hey,
but this is the bet.
Yes.
you've been striking out so
your
many
swords, your swords are. We've established has a person who's been in this religion turned into a
Yes.
sword.
Yes.
Could it be the Bandit King who originally had my sword?
Well, see, I also could have done 8, and I was like, I don't want two
So,
Bandit King things,
Here's
but I
the
like
thing.
that too.
We do have a canonical Bandit King in this setting because somebody else did choose Sword of the Bandit King.
Ooh,
before,
fun.
Which
Oh.
the Bandit King was a brilliant like tactician and obviously like prolific bandit who once possessed a sentry blade that had a demonic butler inside it, and there was a lot of sexual tension between the Bandit King and the demon butler.
Yuck.
No, it's beautiful.
That's
It's
natural,
beautiful
holy,
and natural.
sacred.
Yeah. Especially because he had to feed souls of defeated opponents to the blade in order to summon the butler. So really kind of a beautiful expression of love. I can't imagine a more pure and wonderful way to say I love you than to feed souls
I'm fine
to
with the
sword.
soul stuff, but the gross romance has got to go.
It's acts of service.
I don't know, man.
There's already a blade that's
this is-
devoted to love and romance. So I don't
This
know
is
what
a
you're
game-
going to do here.
This is a game made for sword perverts. You can't just cut that out.
Yeah. But the idea that Bandit King cheated death somehow and is like trapped in your sword is fun and funny. I love it.
Yeah, I'm into it. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
That's great. That adds like
Wait,
so much more
does that-
karmic weight to the
Does that
demon
mean
butler.
that my does that mean that my musical instrument has a little butler inside?
No. There is a blade that was like the primary blade of the Bandit King that had the demon butler, but they're the Bandit King. They probably owned many century blades.
All right, yeah, that's fair.
In their time. And God, wow, maybe they faked their death to the demon butler. Because the demon butler believes that the Bandit King is fully dead, but they faked their death and reformed themselves for a shot at immortality? Or, wow.
The love blade wants to form a romantic connection. So, I mean, it could be a lover spurned.
This is fantastic. I'm really, really interested in that story. But of course, there is still another half of character creation to go, because now we have the stories behind these characters. Things are starting to form, but we need to finish the blades. In Cosmic Century Knights, your blades have miraculous powers. Each blade has been bestowed with 3 blessings: a minor blessing, a major blessing, and a miraculous blessing. And because there are 100 swords, that means there are 100 minor blessings, 100 major blessings, and 100 miraculous blessings, which means to determine them, I need you to roll a D100 3 times.
Nice.
Classy, classy, classy. I wish I had
Balance
my
from Roleplay
actual
Retcon this
giant
year.
3 100-sided dice.
I'm glad that you don't, because those things roll for goddamn ever.
They're also impossible to read. Yeah, they're balls. They're just balls.
Balls,
Wow.
balls.
Wow.
Zaki balls. Alan, have you done your 3?
Yeah, and they're kind of wild.
Please list them off.
Okay. I rolled on my percentiles a 99,
Wow.
a 94, and a 90.
Holy shit. This is incredible, mainly because you are one of many people who has rolled a 99.
Weird.
You actually are going to, when you roll a blessing that somebody
What are
else
the
has
odds?
rolled, you will just go to the next nearest two blessings to choose between. So I will read those off to you. It's just pretty wild that there's so many people that rolled that high. Ben
Which
and
is wild because
Mew-
I did not roll well on the. I mean, well, I guess
Come on.
actual.
High.
Well, yeah, high. Well doesn't
I've been
mean anything.
presented with a 100-sided dice after I've already made my 3 rolls, unfortunately. But I will not roll this because
Reroll.
I did roll.
Reroll.
No, I don't want to re-roll because I got 100.
Wow.
I will say somebody else did also roll 100. So
No!
yeah.
Maybe I might as well re-roll it. I got 88, 100, and a 3, which is a very fun spread.
Wow, what a spread.
Mhm.
So do I re-roll for the 100 or should I re-roll this
You can re-roll for the 100. I will absolutely allow it.
Okay.
Yeah, roll the golf ball.
This is funny too because what I've been using as a tray is this tiny little thing, which will not fit this.
Yeah, no way.
I mean, honestly, that tray is great because that means it will not take those things normally roll for miles. For those who are into trivia, the 100-sided die was invented, I believe, by Lou Zocchi, who was a personality within the early days of TTRPGs. And there are 2 different designs for the Zocchi ball, which is the 100-sided die. There's the Zocchi ball and the Zocchi ball 2. The Zocchi ball 2 takes less time to roll than the Zocchi ball, but they're both kind of, I don't want to call them bad designs because I feel like that is an insult to the person who created them, but they will not stop rolling. Once you start rolling them, they're going to kind of continue for a very long time.
For the suspense.
Unwieldy, perhaps.
Yes, unwieldy.
That's the
Very
thing
good
I would
for
say about a
ankle.
cool sword.
Sure.
Ooh.
I got a 38.
38. Excellent. All right, and Ben.
A 3, an 8, and a 38. Well, kind of.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
Not
Well,
really.
Oh. Okay. I got a 16, a 12, and a 65.
Nice.
So close.
Say those once more,
Hey.
Ben. Sorry.
16, 12, and 65.
65. The funny number.
Yeah, 65. You know what's up.
You know what that means.
65 is 3 dates away.
Pretty good. Bad. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Hey, pretty nice.
All right. So what we're going to do, I am going to read off your blessing, the potential blessings that you have. I will say that we have so I will read off the blessings that you have available to you. We are starting with miraculous because those are the most wild blessings. The miraculous blessings, we worked really hard to write them so that each one feels like a game-breaking power that you shouldn't be allowed to have. So starting with 3, we have 7th shift. Spend up to 7. You begin to shift between realities. The effort you spent to activate this ability becomes your shift state. For the remainder of the scene, when you are dealt damage, you roll a d10. If your result is lower than your shift state, that damage is reduced to 0. If you roll above your shift state, lower your shift state by 2 and reduce the damage to 0. If the incoming damage is greater than your shift state, lower it by 1. Once your state is reduced to 0 or below, the effect ends. So that allows you to avoid a bunch of damage. 12 is Command Dead. Spend 5, and with a touch of your blade, you can animate the corpse or bones of a dead creature. Assign it a pair of dice for control and impact based on its size. D4s for smaller than human, D8s for human, D10s for slightly larger than humans, and D12s for gargantuan. Any dead you animate will follow your will to a reasonable level of intelligence. Dead will remain animated as long as they are within a radius equal to 10 feet per level. You can also spend 5 effort to seize command of any unintelligent undead that enter your aura of control. You may roll your refresh die against the intellect die of an intelligent undead in your aura to command them. This command lasts until the end of the scene, in and out of combat. Then we have 16, which is Spirit Beam. Spend 5 and make a 1d6 control roll to fire a beam from your blade that deals 1d20 damage per level. Then 38 is the Time Slicing Blade. Spend 8 and you may cut a hole into time and space in order to travel into the past. To arrive at a specific point in history, you must be touching an object that was present at that moment. You can also spend 10 to reveal that you have already traveled into the past and changed a critical detail about the current moment. Once you have revealed this fact, you may spend a minor action and for +2 effort, change an additional detail. The logic of this time travel is extremely permissive. Then we jump up to 65. The Heart Gem Blade. Allowing you to spend 7, you can project your innermost feelings and desires to everyone within a 10-foot per level radius. They feel what you feel and understand your emotions as if they were their own. This does not automatically control their actions, but the emotions affect their actions. You can use your feelings to upgrade or downgrade control and impact rolls that your allies and your enemies have with interrupt and minor actions. Then we come to 88. 88 is the Crazy 8. You can spend 8 and until the end of the scene gain 1d8 per level to add as bonuses, splitting between your control and impact pools. If your bonus d8s come up as 8, the results explode, and you may roll the 8 again. Then we have 90. 90 is Phoenix Evolution. Your natural hit points are capped at 10. If you reach 0 hit points in combat and you still have effort remaining, your body crumbles to ash. At the start of your next turn, you are reborn in a gout of flame. You gain your level plus 4 hit points for every death you have experienced in this combat. Upgrade the control and impact of your rolls for each new... hang on, that seems to be... Upgrade the rolls for control and impact for each time you have died. This does not remove... What? Where did that come from? I'm sorry, this language of this was probably rewritten at some point. Let's see. Yeah, so each death stacks, adding more hit points and upgrades. Decide how your form changes with each rebirth, and after combat, you molt back to your original form, losing any upgrades and blessings. So as long as you have effort, you can die an infinite number of times and be reborn as a stronger version of yourself. Then we come to 94. 94 is Earthshaker, allowing you for spending 3 to swing your blade at the ground, summoning a terrible tremor. You roll your recovery die, and if your result exceeds the defense of any being within close range, their next control is downgraded. You can spend 6 to cause damage with a tremor, rolling your recovery die as an attack. and then roll it again a number of times equal to half your level to deal damage as impact to creatures within medium range. You can spend 8 to plant your blade into the earth, rolling your recovery die to do the tremor attack, dealing damage this time with the recovery die equal to your level. It also allows you to create fissures within the earth, changing the immediate landscape according to your will. Then 99 was taken, so you get a choice between 97, which is Flames of Heaven and Hell. Until the end of the scene, you gain an aura. Spending 7 until the end of the scene, you gain an aura that shines with holy and profane energy. Alongside your attacks, roll 2d4s of different colors, one representing holy, the other representing profane. Whichever result is higher adds itself to the impact of your attacks. Upgrade the winning die. If the dice display matching results, they both add to your impact and both upgrade, dealing a combination of holy and profane damage. And we wrap around to 1 as your final option, and that is teleportation. You can spend 5 to teleport yourself anywhere that you can see. You may teleport another being you are touching for the cost of 1 additional effort per being. So, a lot of options. What are people thinking?
James, I would like to ask for a boon.
Okay.
Because my first choice, 99, was taken,
Mm-hmm.
and my unknown to you second choice, which I read ahead for because I knew I was going to get to pick between the two nearest it, 98, was also taken.
Yep.
May I please roll down to Sword Union for the opportunity to fuse my horrible, vicious blade into my wonderful, happy bear character?
Sure. I love that. We will give you Sword Union, and for the benefit of the chat, that is spend 8. You and your blade fuse to become a single living entity. You can choose to add between a D4 and D12 to your control and impact on any of your actions for the remainder of the scene. If your bonus die exceeds your current remaining effort, your blade will take command of your body, acting based on its own agendas and desires.
Come on.
Yeah, that's so, especially because you're like the goodest little bear and the blade is just an evil bastard shit. The fact that you can switch back and forth with that is phenomenal.
And I think when it happens, the blade speaks with my voice and acts as me, and
of course
is just a fucking horrible little shit.
God, and you are the perfect person to role play that.
I saw that and I wanted it so bad.
Yeah, that's great. That is truly, truly great. I will cross out the 99 there. For New and Ben, what are you thinking?
For me, I'm one thing I love in a video game. I know this is not a video game, but I love when a video game is a power that you're not supposed to use.
Sure.
Some notable examples are the big beam cannon in Metroid, one of the Metroid Prime games that just kills you if you use it too much. I like that. So I'm going to do my 65, the Heart Gem Blade, project your innermost feelings and desires to everyone in a 10-foot level radius. Once again, though, like I did with the king, the true king thing, I think this is the sword's feelings that can be unleashed.
Sure.
Or maybe both of us. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you know what? You go crazy. You do what you want. Make yourself happy.
How dare I do this to your game?
But I'm not there to stop you. Well,
Yeah.
Listeners at home, when you have a fun idea, as much as I want to stop you from having fun that conflicts with my specific ideas of how my game is supposed to work, once you've bought it, I'm completely powerless.
But
That's the joy.
I like the idea of like a guy who sucks in a tight spot. We could project those dark feelings onto everyone else around us, but that does kind of go against my mission.
I mean, here's the thing, though. Like, it can be very useful to suddenly overwhelm your well-coordinated and powerful enemies to all share the feelings of a guy who sucks. I mean, we can only imagine what it would be like if the enemies in Mystery County Monster Hunters Club suddenly became early season CEJs.
Yes.
You know, they're
Yes.
they're not gonna work together very well.
Arguably, yeah, they'd be a lot worse.
Yep, pull up the Boy Meet World wiki.
Yeah.
Trying to get that reference
Full
in.
Oh, gotta hit
fandom,
that.
just hit random a bunch of times like that. Something. Well, I just love this idea of there being a little compartment on my one-man band. It's a little metronome.
Ooh, do we have the time
Take
slicing blade?
for the time slicer blade. 100%.
Not unlike the episode of Boy Meets World where Salem the cat crossed over to send them back in time to World War II days.
Is this the one where the main character freezes time sometimes, or is that a
No.
different show? That's
Boy
Saved by
Meets
the Bell.
World is
That's Saved by
a
the Bell, yeah.
extremely grounded family sitcom, but there was a crossover thing that they did for TGIF where Sabrina the Teenage Witch crossed over and Salem the Cat like ported them back to like World War II in the past, and they did a bunch of like weird alternate universe past jokes, and it's like maybe canonical and maybe also not.
Yeah, can you
Boy
imagine
Meets
being
World
the
was
Boy Meets
weird.
World? Can you imagine
Yeah.
being the Boy Meets World writers and that like order comes from on high and they're like, we're so fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, the fun part was that Salem left them there, and then the rest of the show for its remaining seasons just took place in the 1940s.
sure. Yeah.
There's 723 articles in the Boy Meets World fandom wiki.
It was a long running show.
It was a
man.
very long running show. Those kids
Yeah,
grew
they
up.
they had children. The
Mhm.
kids had kids.
Yeah, well, that was like an entirely other show.
Yeah.
No, by the end of the first show, they were having babies together.
They were just a baby. Yes, she like grew up in Girl Meets World, but the babies were there by the end of the original. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It
That's
is
crazy.
so crazy. All right. We are now going to move down to our major blessings. And the options are as follows. For 3, we have Cultivate, allowing you to spend 2 effort, and with a touch of your blade, you can instantly grow any seed or shoot into its healthy adult form. For 12, we have Flight. You can spend 3 effort to fly for the duration of the scene, easily moving up to twice as fast as you can run across the ground. This movement does not exhaust you. 16 is the Shrouding Blade. You can spend 3 to fill a radius equal to twice your recovery maximum with Magical Darkness. You can spend an additional 1 to see within your magical darkness, and an additional 2 to grant any creature you touch with your blade the ability to see within your magical darkness. Your darkness may be pierced by other abilities that allow creatures to see in darkness if they can exceed your recovery maximum on an impact roll. Then we shoot all the way up to 88. Which is Essence Blade of the Rooster. By wielding this blade, you gain the features of a rooster-human hybrid, choosing 3 of the following abilities. You can grow feathers and the ability to glide. You gain razor-sharp talons, giving you +2 control to any melee attacks. You gain an enhanced running speed to double your movement. You gain a sonic weapon based on your crowing. Spending 2, you can downgrade the risk of all opponents who hear you. You gain a 6th sense for feeling out dangerous situations, allowing you to gain 1 defense. Then we come to 90. 90 is the Essence Blade of the Pig. By wielding this sword, you gain the features of a pig-human hybrid, choose 3 of the following. You gain razor sharp tusks and hard hooves, adding 1d4 to any melee attacks you do. You gain a thick hide, giving you +1 defense. You gain a supernatural ability to sense people's emotions, upgrading your risk on social checks. You gain a pig snout and superhuman sense of smell, upgrading control and impact on all smelling checks. You grow 2 feet and gain an enhanced running speed, doubling your movement. Then 94 is waterfall form. By spending 4, you can become a being of pure water for the duration of the scene, choosing 3 of the following effects. You can grow or reduce the flow of water that you can see and already exists. You can spend 1 to manipulate the temperature of water, upgrading its impact. You can create or negate water. And you can become a being of pure water, gaining immunity to fire and vulnerability to electricity.
Question.
Yes.
With the essence of the blade, is it the general idea of this is while holding the sword at any point, like you are just casually looking like this hybrid. It's not like an active move to become this.
It is not an active move to become as written.
Or for any One Piece fans, you're constantly in the hybrid zone.
You just look like a weird One Piece guy, because One Piece has a lot of random. What I love about One Piece, what a wonderful show, what an incredibly successful show that has some of the most dog shit character design for their random characters. It's like, yeah, the butler on the island where they get their ship is just a sheep guy, and we're all supposed to be cool with that. We all just roll with that. There are normal humans and sheep guys in this universe.
Yeah, I feel like Dragon Ball Z did that too, where it's just like you'll see like a crowd of cheering people at a sports arena, and one guy's just a pig, and he's like,
a dog. Yeah.
What, can we talk about that?
The president of the world was a talking dog, I think, in the original Dragon Ball series. What is going on?
Yep, and they hang out with a turtle, and it's like, are we gonna talk like? But there's also the part that blows my mind is there's also actual animals.
Yeah.
Like some of them are sentient, and a lot of them are just animals.
And like, what's Oolong's deal? He's a talking pig. Is he like a pig guy, like the president?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think he's a pig.
Yeah, it's
because he's
confusing.
Little.
See, One Piece makes more sense because the any animal people are their own thing, and they also have electricity powers.
All animal people?
All animal people in One Piece have electricity powers.
I would be forced to believe you. The show is simply too long for me to ever prove you wrong.
It's true. Look it up. It's called Electro. I'll take the bird fruit model rooster.
Okay, that is your 88.
Just to really complete the animal look for our crew.
Yes, love it.
I'm thinking very much the chicken guy from Surf's Up.
Hell yeah.
But with a sword in his chest.
Yeah, hey. No, wait, I'm thinking of a different chicken.
No, you're thinking that's
You're
Moana.
thinking of Moana.
Yeah, my bad, guys.
I
heard Surf's Up. My brain went to water.
We were talking about Star Wars earlier, so everyone's a big Alan Tudyk fan, you know.
To punish myself for picking the wrong water-themed movie, I'm going to take the waterfall form.
Waterfall form? Excellent. That's 94. And Ben...
I chose a Shrouding Blade, the magical darkness thing.
Sure.
I feel like my underground bear guy would like that.
Yeah. It's a useful ability. So we come down to the minor blessings. And these, thankfully, there's no hemming and hawing, there's no choices. For 3, we have the Scholar's Blade. This blade spouts random facts whenever it is swung. You can spend 2 to upgrade your control to roll anything related to something that is known or written.
Shank Green is the name of this sword.
Yes.
It's Yeah, sure.
Then we got 12. 12 is World Night form. You can spend 3 effort to gain a bonus of +2 to all control and impact rolls. You must spend 1 effort per round in order to maintain this form.
I'm having trouble visualizing this. What that means.
So we've got this game has World King, World Prince, and World Knight form. They are all inspired by Super Saiyan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I am no longer having trouble visualizing this.
Yeah, very, very simple.
And we have 90, and 90 is going to be Blade of Balding and Bearding.
Yes.
Spend 1, and with a touch of your blade, you can either instantly remove hair from a creature's head or instantly cause a creature to grow a beard. Both of these effects last until the affected creature had naturally regrows their hair, as if they shaved or they shaved their beard. So.
Yep. And I just want to say, for the record, if I had a choice, and I know I don't, if I had a choice, I would have chosen the Blade of Balding and Bearding.
That's
so
great.
I'm very delighted by
It's
that.
just like fluff. It's just like teddy bear fluff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I gotta open my setting document here because I gotta know about this religion.
Also, I think I don't know if everyone's heard a talking piano where they like set up the piano to play exactly the kind of right. It sounds mortifying, but it's a piano, like a player piano, where it plays the keys in such a way at such a like a volume and such, so that it sounds kind of like a human voice.
Is this like
Ew.
Peter Frampton's talking guitar thing?
Kind of, but if it was a piano, and it sounds less like a human being and more like 1,000 haunted souls, kind of
Oh,
like.
I can't wait to hear this.
Do you kill like I do?
Did you know that there are 457 bones left?
I think
But-
your
what?
sword. I think your
Wait,
sword
wait,
is more
wait.
evil than my sword.
What the hell? There's 457 bones left?
Left.
What does that mean? What?
456.
What? It's going down.
We gotta do something, or maybe
Somebody-
we don't. Maybe that's
Yeah.
good. I'm
It's getting
lost.
worse.
Yeah, do we want more bones?
It gets to 0 and starts
581.
counting up, and
I
it's-
mean, as we people age, they get fewer bones. Like babies are born with like 300 bones, and we got like 200 by the end.
they
So
fuse.
So their babies are hoarding our bones.
hey, I mean that's explicitly, literally true. As if you don't provide enough calcium during the pregnancy, the baby simply steals it from its mother.
Oh,
Yeah.
isn't life beautiful?
Isn't life beautiful? Hey,
Life finds a
pregnancy is not a health neutral thing, folks. I need to know about this religion. I need to know what this religion is called. They redeem people.
I like something like the path or the next step, like really like something that's like movement and also like like this is like
Yeah.
it's not like a wheel.
it's very like
It's a-
12-step program.
Yes,
Yeah.
kind of like that.
the,
you know,
the act. It's like
the act, the movement.
something.
I walk
like
the path.
The movement. The path.
Like you say, I walk the path as being like a adherent.
I like, yeah, I'll call it the path.
The path is good.
Okay.
It'd be interesting if there is if this is built somewhat around the Century Sword that has that swapping ability or the changing ability. Like there's an artifact.
Oh, there is a Century Blade. One of the miraculous blessings is literally body swap. So that could be an artifact that the path has.
Be very interesting. It's like in a statue or something, and you like rest your head against it.
So Alan's character is the chosen one. Is it that and Alan, you sort of implied that you might be like a destroyer rather than a redeemer. Is it that there's a prophecy that one day there will be someone the pure of heart that destroys the world, or is this like one of those prophecies that's like either there will be a destroyer or a redeemer?
I'm wondering if it's more of a cyclical style thing where there's
Oh.
like sort of akin to a like a Ragnarok style thing where like we're gonna break it all down so that we can do it all again.
Oh, I kind of like then I feel like the mythology of it should be that the world will either be reborn in water or fire, and it's like kind of it depends on which being actually brings about the rebirth of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Both elements that are shifting and changing and moving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
and essential to life as
Yeah.
well.
according to Event Horizon, in zero gravity, fire comes in waves. So,
And the wanting comes. I'm not gonna do the whole thing.
no, do the whole thing. Do the entire
The whole
album
thing.
right now.
And you. Nah, I was doing the Forest Queen bit. Okay.
Is there, because you're supposed to go and like do the stuff to find your to like make your own salvation happen.
Mhm.
Is there someone, does that just happen? Like, do you know when that happens?
I think
You know what I mean?
you are sent, like Hercules style. You're sent out to perform labors.
I like that.
Mhm.
I think there's maybe like almost like an officer, or not an officer, but there's like somebody who's like, I will monitor your progress. I will, or maybe like the collective decides if you have moved on to the next step or if you have earned.
What it sort of seems like you are sent out with an accountability buddy,
Yeah.
who like sees if your labors are complete, and
Yeah.
I'm thinking
sits
like
down with you every night. Like, do you deserve immortality? Do you think you deserve to be reborn into an immortal body free of your sins?
Just got a little checkbook.
Because you did lie earlier today.
I'm thinking it's kind of like a Shinto thing maybe where like some people are like going to the temple, for religious reasons certainly. And then you can kind of decide later if you want to go full in and be like a monk.
Sure.
Yeah. So the other two guys, the bear's not a monk. The bear is just doing the path.
There might be like an element of it where people do it for a few, like a section of their lives where it's like, hey, I actually just really want to get over my gambling. Or
Sure.
I really want to get over, whatever. Versus people who are like, I want to get over the impermanence of life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, I think it's like a thing too where like wealthy families send their kids off to do this when they turn a certain age as like a status thing.
Sure. Like if you're like a third child or whatever, it's like, well, yeah, you'll go off, you'll walk the path.
Yeah, you're probably gonna do the path.
Walk the path. Your brother did it. It's only a few years.
Yeah, take a gap year, walk the path.
And it's like, it's the sort of thing where like nobody expects you to achieve immortality. If you do it, great. There are records of people having done it, but like it's mostly about like symbolically doing it for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think I like this element of this. There's this element of some people, they need this. Some people, they do it for the novelty of it, and some people do it for the like low level. Why not do it?
I like this
Yeah.
being a death row amnesty thing. Like if you
I was
were a
gonna
great
say that-
criminal, yeah.
It feels akin. Someone made the comparison to a 12-step program earlier. It feels akin to me to like like a rehab thing where like, you know, you can enter yourself into it, or like a court can send it, like can be like, you can go to jail or you can walk the path. Like
Yeah,
you gotta get clean.
those are your options.
That's great. That's great.
I wonder who's the first to walk the path.
The path man.
John Path.
I mean, is that the person who wielded the blade first?
Which blade?
Allegedly, maybe the blade is the one that switches the
body swap blade.
Oh, the body swapper.
What if that person is in the statue? Like
it's like maybe like
the statue is around.
It's like a scale, like the with the scale of the heart and the feather. The statue weighs whether or not you are deserving to do that. And it's still a guy, so you can make mistakes, but yeah.
I'm actually just gonna, because there is a scales blessing. I'm just gonna map out the blessings on this sword that apparently this religion owns.
Yeah.
So they have.
You know, honestly, obviously we've all been approached by religions in our life. Some of us hung out on them for a while at least. I think if religion like knocked on my door and they were like, we have like an official sword,
yeah,
I might be like, all right, you got 5 minutes, let's hear it.
Maybe that's like the symbol. Like there's every religion, you got a good logo.
Oh yeah,
actually,
sure.
Actually, does Catholicism have a sword?
Of course, Catholicism. We love our relics. Like,
okay, that's true. Yeah.
Is the spear of Longinus? Is that
so? Yeah, Protestants catch up. Have a sword.
They wish they could have symbols. They can't because they consider it idolatry.
That's
Losers.
Right. Losers.
Go hang out with Martin Luther. Not Martin.
But
Luther.
is it? Wait. No, that's right.
Is it Martin Luther?
The Lutheran, the guy who founded Lutheranism.
Okay. It was. I thought it was getting his name wrong
nails.
Is there?
He was kind of cool.
Isn't the guy supposed to come back with a sword? The main guy.
The guy.
The main guy.
The guy. The main character from Christianity. Isn't he supposed to come back?
The main character from Christianity.
I think he's got a guy who has a sword.
No, Bison just uses his hands and feet as weapons.
And some kind of magical energy.
Yeah, purple smoke. He's got that too. But
the day I returned from the tomb was the greatest day of your life. But for me, it was just Sunday, Friday.
Yeah. His account 3 days on his finger. It was Tuesday.
Yeah.
Cool.
The day I died
tricked
was
into
a
blasphemy.
Good Friday.
Maybe like again for iconography of it, like a scales with the cross hilt of the blade.
I like this. Part. So there is a blessing under the major blessings called Scales of Zephyr. So I've just assigned that to this blade. So let's see.
I feel like this is also a pretty decentralized religion. So like, if you go to the Path Center, on the East Coast, it's like very different. They like have their own little specific ritual and like interpretations and stuff that are very different from the one up the road.
It seems like this is definitely a multi-step program in that like you have to purify your soul, and then it seems like you have to do something after that. And I feel like if you're somebody who has purified your soul in some way, that allows you to be like the accountability buddy for somebody else like walking the path.
Yeah, so it's kind of an MLM.
Yeah,
it is an MLM situation for
a spiritual MLM.
It's looking like maybe kind of what we're seeing here is we have Benjamin's character as the one walking the path, my character maybe being the accountability buddy, and then we just have a success story coming along with us.
Yeah,
I'm a bear.
Like, this stuffed bear is like the potential messiah or destroyer of the religion.
Also true.
And I feel like that's kind of recognized.
Not to distract, but I wonder how my actual bear feels about your like teddy bear body. Like, am I cool with that?
Have you
Like,
seen?
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I don't know how
yeah, I
prevalent
wonder.
teddy bears are outside of sort of this.
Stop. Maybe you should focus less on gatekeeping beardom and more
Yeah.
on.
Anybody could be a bear regardless of how hairy they are, how big they
I
are.
mean, okay, I'll ask you this, Ben. How like affronted do you feel at the concept of dolls?
Mm.
I am inoculated against them because my mother had a doll cabinet in my house my entire childhood. So, yeah, I guess so. I guess they're a little weird, but I would probably get over it pretty quick. Yeah, all right.
All right. I've got that. I'm gonna roll now for the style of this blade because I'm just so curious as to what it could possibly be, and that is a.
God, I hope it's little.
Just a little guy.
6. It is a curved, single-edged, two-handed sword. So this is a katana, obviously. We're
Yeah.
just
Gotta
gonna
be.
make this a katana, and the appearance of the blade that is like trapped in this statue and does all the body swapping powers for this religion that's an 18. Void. This blade looks like an absence within the universe.
Oh.
Creepy and weird. Cool.
It's
It
Vanta
is
Black.
creepy and weird.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Maybe
Only Anish Kapoor can
Oh.
wield this blade.
like what happens is because it's a statue, we've established that animated objects can move. So the current our guy is the statue. It's almost like what you do when you knight somebody, but like when it first touches them, their essence is now in the void.
Yeah.
And then when it touches the next object,
it dubs you into the
Yeah.
thing.
Sick.
Very, very cool.
Which is why we call the official term for walking the path is dubstepping.
yeah.
It is dubstepping. And I'm putting that in.
Well, that's only if you want immortality. If you're
Yeah,
a dubstepper,
The people who are really doing it because they
Mhm.
believe in it and they want the next level. Those are dubsteppers.
Yeah, I think there are only a couple throughout all of the history of this religion. Only a couple of dubsteppers, which I guess this religion has
Yes.
only been around for 300 years, based on the fact that it's built
Yeah.
around the one of
our
the sacred
original
blades.
founder, Darude,
Yep.
weathered
Darude.
the sandstorms
Yep.
to and weathered the sandstorms of his heart.
Wow.
Yeah. Incredible.
Simply incredible. All right. Are
think
there
we
any
won.
other elements that need to be
Yeah.
established from your characters? Any things for your characters that you feel like, oh, this hasn't been fleshed out? Otherwise, I think we've done it. I think we've completed character creation.
I feel like we won.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I
Yeah.
think we did this game the best that anyone has ever done it at.
And viewers and listeners out there, you can always reference the other sessions of this and compare and contrast and show your math on who you think has done it the best, because there is a winner in character creation. Everybody knows that. So before we go, I want to first of all thank our wonderfully talented guests for devoting their time, their creativity to us. We're gonna have people go down the line, plug anything that you would like to plug. New, we will start with you.
Well, I just want to, plug the fact that Boy Meets World ran from September 24th, 1993 to May 5th, 2000.
That's the third. That's
There you
the
go.
third rule of threes. We did it.
I'll just say, instead of a proper plug, keep an eye out for me. I'm on my way. I'm heading my way into this world. Yeah, that sounds so ominous.
Hey, instead
in
of a
for a
plug,
big
watch
surprise.
your fucking back, because I'm out there, baby.
I've been plotting and scheming. Yeah, that's all I
You
got.
think your RPGs are safe from me?
No.
I'll be involved in your little community, and there's nothing you can do.
See you on the forums.
See you on the flip side, Topanga.
He's
It's
back.
the funniest name I saw on the wiki.
That's his
Mingus.
wife.
Topanga's like, yeah, a fully one of the primary characters of the show. It takes her a while to like fully get integrated into the cast, but
George
Mhm.
Feeney.
Real sword name there.
Yeah, Mr.
Topanga.
Topanga.
Oh yeah, Topanga.
Feeney.
Sounds like a Klingon.
Yeah.
I am gonna move over to Alan. Alan,
Hello.
if people are excited about your new podcast and are lining up to listen to it, where can they go to find like news of it coming
Well,
out?
that's too damn bad if you're excited about it, because I don't have anywhere that I would post news about it. I am really awful with social media, but I'm probably likely to do something there as
All
it
right.
gets closer to release. So it's just my name, Alan Linic, at Alan Linic for like Instagram. I don't think I have a Twitter anymore. I don't remember. Certainly haven't used it in
Sure.
maybe 6 years. So, I guess Instagram. I guess Instagram is the answer
Instagram.
to your
Okay.
question.
Yeah. Look for Alan on Instagram to find out about what was it? Recall, roleplay recall, or
Oh my god, I almost called it Total Recall. Roll for Recall.
roll for recall. Yeah. I am so excited about this premise. I cannot wait to listen to this show.
It turned out pretty good, and without spoiling anything, I will say, they make some wild assumptions on limited information about themselves in the first like half an hour of play. Some of which are very close to being right, and some of which are very close to being as wrong as humanly possible.
I like, as somebody who has treasured every time that I have played with Rashawn. That sounds like Rashawn. That sounds
It's
exactly
great.
like Rashawn. Oh
It's top.
God, I love it.
It's top. As a person just like who listening to it as I'm editing it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I can't wait. And Ben.
Hey, I'm Benjamin Gray, he, him, and I am part of first and foremost, I am part of the podcast Roleplay Retcon, which remakes like infamous box office flops as TTRPG sort of mini campaigns. I say mini campaigns; some of them go as long as like a dozen episodes. And we like score each movie remake series with a indie band, and right now we're doing Pacific Rim Uprising. With our guest GM, Hen, who's also known as I Write Robots and all the good parts of the internet. And our musical guest for this series is Behold, which maybe you've heard some other places in the TTRPG world. He writes very good music. Yeah, you can find some other stuff at heybenjamingray.com. I think that's all I got. That's all I got for you.
All right. And folks, the Kickstarter for Cosmic Century Nights is ongoing right now. So if you like a wild and baffling good time, I think we've proven tonight that this game can provide you that simply through character creation. Next week, starting at 7 p.m. Central Time, we are going to be creating an antagonist. We have already created the Star Conquerors for this iteration of Cosmic Century Nights, but there are still either the Blight Labyrinth, which is a parasitic alternate dimension that lures people into its dungeon-like halls in order to digest them, or the Fell Knights, people who have Century Blades who wield them specifically for evil purposes that we will be building next week. So please join us for that. It's gonna be a ball, and hopefully this convinces you to back our Kickstarter. Head over to Kickstarter and search for Cosmic Century Nights, or just do it in your Google. I'm pretty sure we're going to be the first result. We are over halfway funded. When I started this stream, I have not looked the whole stream because I was so good and it had so much self-control. So I will allow myself to click on it right now. It is slowly coming up. And hey, we are at 11.6 thousand, so 11,600. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hopefully some folks who are watching were moved to back us. Regardless, thanks everybody so much for watching. Thanks everybody who joined me for streaming, and I'll see you next week.